Hello, Olmsted Owls. In this video, I'm going to show you how to access the GALE databases. The first thing you're going to do is go to the Olmsted 156 library homepage. It should look like this. And then you're going to look over here on the left-hand side where there are a bunch of links. We're going to scroll down slightly and we're going to find the link that says using GALE databases, and we're going to click on that. Okay. We're waiting for my Bitmoji page to load. There we go. So I did make a Bitmoji page with usable links just to make it a little bit more interesting and fun. Okay, this link right here using GALE databases takes us to all the databases, and then these other ones are the main ones that I use with classes. So opposing viewpoints, science and context, middle school and context, which is actually usable for high school as well. It has all kinds of history and social studies types of topics in it, and our elementary database. Also, the password for all of these databases is the word buffalo. It's very easy to remember, and I also put it right here on the page in case you forget. So the first thing we're going to do is let's look at using GALE databases, and this will make us log in. So we're logging in because these database subscriptions are not free, and our district participates in subscribing to them. So the articles, there are literally millions of articles in these databases, but in order to access them, we have to have a subscription. So you can see from this main page that there are all kinds of databases here. Okay, but the ones that we use the most have the most user-friendly interfaces. So let's start with the science and context. I'm going to click here. Okay, as you can see here, it is requesting that I put in my New York State Library access password. And again, that is just the word buffalo. So before you can access the articles, you have to type in the word buffalo. And you're going to sign in. And here we go. It looks very similar to the sign-in page. I'm going to scroll down here. And you can see there are all kinds of main topics with subtopics listed underneath. So that's one way we can start looking for topics. Okay, you can also search in the search bar here for science. Let me type in, I'm going to look for articles on cancer research. So as you can see, it's similar to Google, and it has a search assist function. So it's starting to guess subtopics or more narrow topics that I could search for. All right. But I just want to do cancer research. So again, I'm just going to click this little magnifying glass here and see what comes up. Okay. So here are some 200 reference articles. Okay, I can see the categories up here also. Audio, there are 299 audio pieces of information, one website, biographies, 31,000 academic journals, more than that actually, 14,998 news articles. So my topic is extremely broad, but I just want to see what's here. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Some of these things are not anything that I'm interested in. Okay. So I might want to make it the topic more narrow. And that's something that we can talk about further. Another way I can search is to browse topics over here. I actually prefer the browse topics choice. And here are all kinds of topics. So if you're given a project and you aren't given the topic to research, but you have to choose one yourself, I always recommend going here to browse topics, clicking on that, and then this hopefully will help you find a topic that you're interested in. Okay, these articles are so up to date that there might be articles listed from yesterday's news, or even sometimes the day of that you're looking at. Okay, so this is always being updated. All right, so something that maybe I'm interested in is, let's see, biomes. Okay, I'm going to click on biomes. So you just get an idea of what each of these topics, the page for them looks like. Okay, so here's the biome page. It gives us like a major overview here. All right, and then if I scroll down, I can see I don't have too many things to look at here, which is okay because I don't have, an unlimited time to do my research. So there's featured content, reference articles, academic journals, magazines, news. There's not too much news, websites. So there's also related topics. Okay. So if I'm struggling to find enough information on my topic, sometimes looking at related topics can help you find enough information. All right, so featured content, there were 4 articles. And I always tell people to start with the reference articles because those are usually good background information. So if you don't know a lot about your topic, you want to look at the reference articles. All right. So let me look at this microbiome one. It tells us that the date is in 2020, so it's very current. It's from the GALE Encyclopedia of Medicine, so that should be a reliable source. It has 2 authors, and there was an editor, so that information is over here. So that's important too. We want to know that this information has been reviewed by a few people. It tells us how long the document is, and it is a little bit higher reading level. Okay, the content level is a little bit higher. That's okay. I'm going to scroll down and we're going to look at a few features. So if I'm signed into my Google Drive or my Microsoft OneDrive account, I can actually send this article directly to those accounts. I can also email it, I could download it, or I could print it. I know that sending it to Google Drive and OneDrive is a really good option because you can save your notes or highlights, which I'll show you in a minute. You can also listen to the article being read, which is really nice. Okay. And you can change some of the settings. If I want to make it faster, if I want to change the highlighting of the words, I can speed it up, slow it down. Okay. There's all kinds of things here that I can change if I'm going to listen to it. All right, I can change the font size. If I forgot to wear my glasses or I don't know where they are, I can make the font bigger. Or sometimes it's just nice to read bigger font because you get tired after looking at a computer for a long time. So we'll go back a little bit. And I can also translate it into another language. So I want to click the little down arrow. Okay. And here are all the different languages it can be translated into. Let's just pick Spanish for an example. And here's what it looks like in Spanish. So you have a lot of really nice tools right here at the top. Okay. Again, here are those tools: translate, font size, listening to it, and then these are the ways to save the article. Okay. This article is nice because it gives us a definition and key terms at the top. So again, that's helpful if you don't know much about your topic to begin with, which is fine. That's why we do research, to learn about more information. Okay, and it's not super long. It gives us other resources we could look at, okay, including some websites, which is really nice. Again, this is information that's been edited and reviewed by experts. All right, and the really nice thing about using a database article is this source citation. So for any kind of research project, you have to cite the source of your information. Because you didn't do the research yourself, you have to give credit to the people who actually did the research and wrote the article, okay? So in order to do that, sometimes we have to do it by hand and figure out all this information on our own. But in the databases, every single article has a citation already created for you, either in MLA, APA, or Chicago. So those are the three main citation styles that your teachers might ask you for. So in order to save this, I'm going to select the text. Okay, and then I can do Control C and copy it. And I can put it in right into my document and keep track of my articles as I go along. You don't want to wait until the end to go back to the articles and search around for that citation. You want to keep track of it as you go along. Okay, one more thing. This highlights and notes. If I scroll all the way up to the top, I can get the link to directly go back to this article. It's something I could save. Again, the citation information is here again. Select. Okay, it highlights it and then you copy it. And another really nice feature is this highlights and notes. So I'm going to click on highlights and notes. Oh, this is if I had done it already. So let's go back to the article. I want to highlight something. So I'm just going to actually select the text I want to highlight. And this little box pops up. I can pick different colors for different types of highlights. I like purple, so I'm going to pick that. And then I'm just going to write myself a note. Check this before writing my paper. Okay, you can write whatever kind of note you want. I can also get a definition, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to save that. Okay, and when you save this article now to Google Drive or OneDrive, it should save your notes and your highlights. So that's a really nice feature. Okay, now if I go back up to highlights and notes and click on it, it will show me what I highlighted and my little notes that I wrote. Okay, so that's a basic overview of how to get into a GALE database. You have to log in, looking for different topics, browsing and using the search function, and then looking at an individual article and all the cool features that are available to you. I hope this was helpful.